she was our age, and it's just scary because that could have been any one of us. And she was an angel, and I know that now she's with God.
Jaguar Wright explained how Rihanna was sold to Jay-Z at 16 years old. She explained how it was super sketchy that Rihanna got brought to America at only 16 years old without any parental supervision, and how she auditioned for Jay-Z at 3 o'clock in the morning. She explained how it didn't make sense that Rihanna's parents would let her fly by herself after just meeting Evan Roberts all the way to America to meet with Jay-Z in the middle of the night. And she alleged that Rihanna's dad got a $500,000 payout for letting this happen. She alleged since this was all out of the blue, Rihanna would have had to flown on a private plane to get from Barbados to America because she wouldn't have had a visa and her parents were not around with her to fly to America. And Rihanna even explained how Jay-Z would not let her leave until she signed the recording contract, and the label locked her in the office until 3 a.m.
Tell me about your audition with Jay-Z. Tell me what he said to you.
A really good audition.
And what did he say to you? He said something to you. Look on you, this lady.
He said, there are 2 ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal signed or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
Big changes since you've been signed at Def Jam. Can you tell me what are the biggest changes you've gone through from St. Michael's, Barbados until now you being a superstar?
Well, one of them for sure is being away from my friends and family. After growing up around my mom and all my friends for 17 years and then moving to a big city with no...
Say what now? Beyonce's former nanny stepping out and stirring the pot about those old rumors linking Jay-Z and Rihanna that people have been whispering about for years. Some folks online swear the story was buried deep, while Jay-Z's powerful circle at Roc Nation allegedly spent big money on PR moves trying to shut the gossip down and convince everyone there was nothing there. But lately, his name popping up in messy headlines and internet chatter tied to the Epstein talk has people digging through old stories again. And now people claim Beyonce's alleged former nanny might be ready to spill what she saw behind the scenes while working close to Bey back in the day. Girl, if someone told me that 2026 would be the year this kind of tea started pouring out, I would have looked at them like they completely lost it. But honestly, with everything that's been happening this year, maybe none of this should even shock people anymore. The internet has been wild lately. Just look at when Nicki Minaj jumped online and started firing off tweets about Jay-Z, throwing out some very serious accusations and even posting what she claimed were receipts about how certain young artists in the industry were treated early in their careers. In those posts, she mentioned names like Aaliyah, Foxy Brown, and even Beyonce, sparking huge debates across social media. Fans were arguing back and forth, trying to figure out what was real and what was just more celebrity drama blowing up online. But some people watching the situation closely started saying there was another major name missing from the conversation, Rihanna. And when you look back at how Rihanna first got discovered, the timeline already sounds like something straight out of a movie. Back in 2004, Rihanna was still a teenager in Barbados when she formed a small girl group with 2 classmates and started recording demo tracks with producer Evan Rogers, who happened to be vacationing on the island. He was so impressed with her voice that he invited her to the United States to record professionally. One of the demo songs Rihanna recorded during that time was Pon de Replay, and that track would end up changing everything. Producer Evan Rogers and his partner Carl Sturken started shopping the demo around to different record labels, trying to get the right people to hear it. Eventually, the music made its way to Jay-Z, who had just stepped into his new role as president and CEO of Def Jam Recordings in 2004. After hearing the demo, Jay-Z reportedly asked for Rihanna to fly to New York to audition in person. According to several stories that have circulated for years, she was invited to perform privately in his office during that meeting. The situation has been talked about a lot online because Rihanna was still a teenager at the time, which made many people question how the whole audition was handled. Things got even more intense once Def Jam decided they wanted to sign her. One version of the story that's been repeated in interviews and industry talk claims the label was extremely eager to lock the deal in that same night. The pressure was high because executives didn't want another label swooping in and grabbing her first. And before anyone rushes to the comments ready to argue about it, Rihanna herself once talked about that meeting and how serious the moment felt for her career. Take a look at this.
What about your audition with Jay-Z? Tell me what he said to you.
A really good audition.
Yes.
But before I met him, I was so nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
And you had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing I sang Fun to Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said, he did it one more.
I did a lot of homework on you, Miss Lady.
He said, there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure working with Jay-Z, you met Beyonce.
That's right.
How was it like meeting her?
I could not speak.
Really?
Really. That's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases, and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. Then he finally said, okay, one more person. And there she was. And I could not speak.
And she gave you some advice.
Yes, she did. She just told me to, when I get on stage, let loose, have fun, and be in control.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to let it go.
No.
Because she'd be like, what? You know how she does.
Baby, the reaction to that moment had a lot of people confused. Some viewers even questioned why the audience laughed, because the story Rihanna shared sounded pretty serious when you think about it. She was only 16 at the time, while Jay-Z was already a major figure in the industry in his mid-30s, which is why that clip keeps getting brought up in online debates even today. But the drama didn't stop there. When Rihanna dropped Pawn to Replay in 2005 under Def Jam, another wave of gossip exploded in the media. Her publicist at the time suddenly went to the press and made some shocking claims, accusing Jay-Z of being involved in a secret relationship with the rising star. Not long after those headlines blew up, the same publicist quickly walked everything back. He later said he made the entire story up as a publicity stunt to help push attention toward Pawn to Replay. But a lot of people online weren't convinced by that explanation at all. Some even started speculating that behind-the-scenes pressure might have played a role in the sudden reversal. And when you really think about it, the explanation that Publicist gave later didn't fully add up for a lot of people. Pawn to Replay was already doing extremely well on its own. The song climbed all the way to number 5 on the charts and was getting massive radio play everywhere. That's not exactly the type of record that needs extra controversy just to get attention, which is why many fans kept side-eyeing that whole situation. But the story didn't disappear. Years later, singer Jaguar Wright jumped into the conversation and started bringing those same rumors back into the spotlight again. She went online making explosive claims, saying Rihanna allegedly had a secret relationship with Jay-Z during the early days of her career. Jaguar also made another shocking claim, saying Rihanna supposedly caught an STD and later passed it to Chris Brown. She even suggested that this was somehow connected to the very public incident between them back in 2008. Now listen, those are Jaguar Wright's words and accusations, not mine. I'm just telling you what she said before anyone rushes into the comments coming for me.
Jay-Z gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown. Now, Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started with her and signed to the Def Jam. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most involved with, and that was Sean Carter. So here it is. Chris Brown has his first herpes outbreak from a celebrity girlfriend who he was set up with, and it was supposed to be this and it was supposed to be that, and he was there so people wouldn't pay attention to the fact that she was Jay-Z.
Years about Rihanna because people found it super weird. Right before Jay-Z signed Rihanna, he was working heavily with a 16-year-old Tierra Marie who signed to Def Jam by L.A. Reid. And after a while, there was rumors circulating all over that Tierra Marie and Rihanna actually had a fallout because Rihanna's career skyrocketed and Tierra Marie got let go from Def Jam. And allegedly, Tierra Marie is the Jane Doe that is suing Diddy and L.A. Reid for SA when she was just 16 years old. And I mean, it is pretty weird because Jay-Z just started talking to Beyonce as soon as she turned 18 years old. And not long after Rihanna signed to Jay-Z, there was rumors swirling all over the media that Jay-Z was cheating on Beyonce with Rihanna. And a lot of people still to this day never understood why Rihanna and Beyonce are not close, and we've never got a collaboration with the two of them, even though Rihanna was claimed one of Jay-Z's biggest stars. Jaguar Wright then went on to allege how Rihanna's last album, Anti, was basically a cry for help. She talked about how creepy it was that Rihanna did the album cover of a child with a crown over her eyes. And it says that the anti-album is about a person opposed to a particular policy, activity, or an idea.
And just when people thought the rumors couldn't get any messier, another name has allegedly entered the conversation. Now blogs are claiming that someone described as Beyonce's former nanny has started speaking behind the scenes, supposedly sharing even more stories about the long-running gossip involving Jay-Z and Rihanna. According to the chatter spreading online, this person is hinting that the rumored situation may have caused serious tension inside Jay-Z and Beyonce's marriage. Some fans are even connecting it back to that unforgettable 2014 elevator moment when Solange confronted Jay-Z after the Met Gala. For years, people have tried to figure out what really sparked that heated moment. And now, new speculation is popping up again. The blogs pushing this story are also claiming that Jay-Z was allegedly getting close to several women in the industry during that time, with names like Rita Ora and Rihanna getting pulled into the rumors. And some fans think that might explain why Beyonce and Rihanna have rarely collaborated musically, even though Rihanna has openly said many times that she admires Beyonce and has been a fan since the beginning of her career. Right now, it's still unclear which blog this alleged source is speaking with, but word online is that a full interview could drop any day now. Once these new rumors started spreading, the internet wasted no time digging through Jay-Z's past again. People began pulling up old stories, interviews, and long-running gossip that had been floating around the industry for years. And suddenly, more names started getting dragged into the conversation. One of the biggest names that keeps popping up in these discussions is rapper Foxy Brown. For a long time, there have been rumors online claiming that Jay-Z may have been involved with her when she was extremely young while he was already much older and established in the music business. Those claims have been debated for years, with some people saying he allegedly used his industry influence to build close relationships with rising artists early in their careers. Others also bring up stories about Aaliyah, saying there were attempts by powerful figures in the industry to work closely with her after her situation with R. Kelly became public. A lot of these claims remain unproven, but they continue to resurface whenever conversations about music industry power dynamics start trending again.
You're a big fan of Beyonce.
I love her.
And so has she given you any kind of advice or...
Yeah, she actually wrote me this cute little letter and she signed it with her autograph. It was so cute. When I first met her, and she wrote, she was telling me, just let loose when you perform and just have fun.
You could have any baddie in the show, no matter the price, and if they would say yes. Who would you want to put in your panties? I asked it.
That's a trick question.
No,
or?
Who you want to put in them panties?
I would Beyonce.
Don't you know somebody at Rock Nation?
I mean, Beyonce got body.
She got body.
Okay. And yeah, that would just trump everything for me.
At one point, Foxy Brown herself even seemed to hint that she might reveal her side of the story. In a message that started spreading across blogs and forums, she wrote, "My story will shock you to your core. I don't play victim, but I had to step away for a minute for my sanity, or I would have been dead." That statement alone had people raising their eyebrows and wondering what she meant. But after that moment, things suddenly went quiet, which only made the speculation online grow even louder. Then there's the situation involving Aaliyah, which has also been pulled back into these conversations. Some of those rumors were originally pushed years ago by Dame Dash, who used to be Jay-Z's close friend and business partner before their relationship fell apart. Because of that history, his comments have always sparked debate about whether he was exposing something real or just speaking out during a messy fallout. Not long after those old industry conflicts, Aaliyah tragically lost her life in a plane crash in 2001, a moment that shocked the entire music world. Over the years, different theories and rumors have continued circulating online about what really happened that day. Some reports claim she was hesitant about boarding the plane because it was overloaded, while others allege she had taken medication before the flight. Even decades later, the tragedy still sparks intense discussion whenever her story is brought up.
Shocked when Jay said the line in Picasso Baby, yes, because we've talked about that. We have a history that supersedes music, and we know how this business works. We sit back and we laugh at those rumors. We laugh at that. I think he began to feel the pressure because people were saying my age, the age thing. She was 15, 14. She was 15, 14. And after a while, that gets to a person. The Jay I know, the Sean I know, never comes out of character. So.
Yeah, remember Fox Brown and Jay. Ain't no woman like the one I got. No one could love you.
Daughter is responsible for enacting Hype Williams to put Aaliyah on a faulty plane to move her out the way as punishment for rejecting him, and so he could level up Beyonce, who was struggling. She didn't choose to get on that plane. She was unconscious. She didn't choose to get on that plane. Why would you need to sign a non-disclosure agreement about a plane crash and what happened leading up to?
Another thing people keep bringing up is Jay-Z's past professional relationship with R. Kelly. Even after the controversy surrounding R. Kelly's alleged marriage to Aaliyah became public years ago, Jay-Z still went on to collaborate with him musically. The two artists released a joint project called The Best of Both Worlds and even went on tour together, which is something critics still talk about today. For a lot of fans, that decision has always raised serious questions about how the industry handled those situations back then. Some people argue that the music business often protected powerful figures, while others say collaborations like that were simply part of the business at the time. Either way, the topic continues to spark heated debates online whenever these old stories resurface. As for the latest rumors involving this alleged former nanny, there's still no confirmed proof about what she supposedly claimed. But that hasn't stopped social media from exploding with opinions. Some fans are convinced there are still secrets in the industry waiting to come out, while others think the internet is just recycling old drama again. One commenter even wrote, "Now you know why Beyonce never did a collab song with Rihanna. Meanwhile, they worked with everyone else." Another person added, "Reparations for Riri and Foxy and Jaguar too." The reactions online have definitely been loud and nonstop. But now, I really want to hear what you think about all of this. Do you believe the rumors that Jay-Z allegedly had some kind of secret situation with Rihanna back in the day? And what about these new claims floating around online about Beyonce's supposed former nanny getting ready to spill even more behind-the-scenes stories? The internet is definitely buzzing, but a lot of people are still trying to figure out what's real and what's just more celebrity drama. Drop your thoughts down in the comment section because I want to know where you stand on all this. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves messy celebrity tea. Don't forget to click the video on your screen right now for another wild story you don't want to miss.